do da do da do da do da do do da do da do da do da do.
Welcome on, ladies and gentlemen, step right up, step right up, big and small. Welcome to Ricky's podcast, one and all. Welcome to the podcast now. The greatest podcast in the world. Welcome on. Welcome to Ricky's podcast, big and small. Welcome to Ricky's podcast, one and all. Welcome to the podcast now. It's Ricky's podcast.
All right. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Ricky's podcast. Yeah, you thought you'd seen the last of me, but I'm back, here to stay. Who would have thunk? After this long of a break, man. How long? It's been like months, dude. But I'm back, so good for me. Suppose I got a lot to talk about. After all this time off, sorry about that. I guess the excuse I always had was that I'm still looking for a microphone that is semi-suitable and that also won't, bust a nut in my bank account. But, still waiting on that because I'm lazy. Yeah, I could really just go for it right now, but I don't know. I just keep putting it off. It's just my problem. I don't know what it is, but yeah, my old microphone's totally defective. It's not a good time. So right now I'm using this High School Musical trademark microphone, toy microphone for a USB mic originally for the Nintendo Wii. So there you go. Shout out Disney's High School Musical trademark. Copyright Disney. Thank you for allowing me to use your microphone. Super special sponsored deal. But yeah, no. We're back, and I'll be using this for at least for now. Hopefully the sound quality isn't too shite. But then again, I mean, when has the sound quality ever been good on this podcast? Let's be honest. Yeah. The one concern about this microphone, of course, is the poppability. So I used the pop filter I used on my old microphone, slapped it on here, but it does kind of dampen the sound a bit, so basically the mic is more or less pressed up against my mouth here while I'm talking. And that's the only way I've found to get reasonably good volume out of this bad boy. So I'm pretty much just going to be just deep-throating this mic the whole podcast, but it is what it is. You make do with what you got. Improvisation, man. What improvise, adapt, overcome. That's what it's all about. So yeah, life's been pretty good, pretty busy, as you can imagine. Yes, sir. Started, I don't even remember what I talked about last podcast as to what we did, but started on this new book for book club. We got The Grapes of Wrath by John Steinbeck. So you can look forward to that. Also, watch the last podcast if you haven't. That's a really good one. Yeah, it's with Luke, I believe. I think that was the last one, but who knows? Yeah, you can see here Luke and I get up to our usual shenanigans. By usual, I mean with the precedence of like 2 other episodes. But yeah, it's a good time, man. I would recommend. I think it's the best episodes, like the whole podcast history. So, if I think so highly about it, it must be good, right? So, that's that. Grapes of Wrath is doing pretty well. What am I on? Chapter. Move bookmark so I can see. Chapter 13, lucky number 13. Doing pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, so book club's doing great. We've just expanded book club to include movie club. So first movies this week are the movie to collectively pop our cherry is the great The great Robin Williams movie, Good Will Hunting. Which, I call it the Robin Williams movie, but it's really, he's like, honestly, you think about it, he didn't really have that huge of a, like, it's mainly those other two dudes, but oh well. That's all anybody ever remembers it for, being Robin Williams' best movie. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do when you got performances as good as that? What can you even do? So, anyways, that's that. I still haven't rewatched it yet, but I'll get that done as soon as I can. I spent like a hot minute just scouring my DVD shelves in search of Good Will Hunting, but I don't know. I got like a stack of DVDs here that I can sift through when I'm done with this, but till then, oh well. It be what it be. So anyways, that's that. Had my studio performance in, Jazz Studio. Went very well. Yeah, I'm reading, I also just started dipping my toes into the world of manga. So I'm reading Gantz right now. I'm just shredding through this series, man. I get like these omnibuses from my local Pima County library. So, it's free, which is always a good thing. So I've just been shredding through them. Let's see, what volume am I even on? Yeah, I'm on volume 13. A lot of 13s today. This is gonna be a spooky podcast, I'll tell you what. But yeah, I'm on volume 13 of Gantz now. So that's it's good. It's somewhat sad because this is the last omnibus that my library currently has, and I think is the last omnibus that's even released right now. Because I think this is omnibus number 6 or something, 5 or 6. Oh yeah, number 5, and I think number 6 is coming out like this summer or something. So that's unfortunate. But luckily, it's out this year, so I just have to wait a little bit longer. So it's not too bad. But, would be nice to be able to just shred through a whole series. Yeah, that's why I've been. That's why I kind of have myself set on a couple other series that I'm planning on getting from the library. I've got Goodnight Poon Poon over there, which is also somewhat unfortunate because they don't have the complete series over there. So I can start it, and I've heard that it's an absolutely fantastic series. However, apparently it will rip your heart out. So, it be what it be. Not the first time a book broke my heart. Looking at you, Dune, but I don't know. If I really love it so much, I'll probably just wind up having to just purchase it or something. Oh well, it be what it be. So, it's not like I'm buying every manga series I come across, but maybe I'll make an exception for that. Other than that, I've been trying to get a hold of Tokyo Ghoul, but a couple folks, a couple other patrons of the library seem to be hogging the first 2 volumes. Well, actually the first 4 volumes, so I kind of have to just kind of wait it out, unfortunately, but hopefully that comes through soon. The due date for all our materials, I think, has already passed, so hopefully at some point we'll be able to get our books back. We could, see how it be, but anyways, that's where I am right now. Man, Gantz has been absolutely fantastic, man. Love it so far. Unfortunate thing, though, is that I did hear, it's hard to be sure sometimes, but I did hear that apparently Gantz does follow the formula, unfortunately, of starting off fantastic and then just ending with just an absolute kick in the balls of an ending. which of course I haven't gotten that far yet, so I don't even know. But that's just what I've heard. So again, hopefully doesn't break my heart, but I'm afraid that it might. I can see how things like that can really get to you, man. Because I mean, I don't know. It's hard to write endings. I'm gonna say it. It's hard to write endings. I haven't even properly written like a full novel or anything, but I can already tell it's hard to write endings, man. Especially for such a long-running series, man. I don't know how people do it. You got to have some like boss precision, dude. It's like because it's just always the story. It starts off fantastic, ends terribly. You always see it. You hate to see it happen, man. You hate to see it happen. But oh well. I think it's worth it just to have the journey. Have a complete story and whatnot. But oh well, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Anyways, I always come on into these things thinking like, oh, it's been like a month. I'll have all kinds of things to talk about, and then just have nothing of the sort to speak of. So that's unfortunate. I'm just frantically looking through my notes, hoping to find my list of things to talk about. But apparently my phone would rather just crash on me, so it is what it is. Oh well. I saw this movie Sunshine, dude, finally. Sunshine was always a movie that I've been recommended just from various places, but I never got to really watch because there was never a streaming service that had it. Until now, it's on Hulu apparently, so goody on that. Watched it. Fantastic movie, man, I'll say it. I mean, I was somewhat, like, a little bit asleep for a good portion of it, but, I mean, I already know it's just a fantastic movie. Would recommend. What's my out of 10 score for it? Probably like an 8 out of 10. If I'm going by, like, needle drop standards of harsh grading. About an 8 out of 10. So it's a fantastic movie. Would recommend. Like an 8.5. I'll give it that. 8.5 out of 10. Fantastic movie. So that's that. I platinumed Dark Souls 3. That was a trip and a half, man. By the way, fantastic game. The whole series, except for 2. You can skip 2, truth be told. One thing I always would recommend to people wanting to get into the Dark Souls series is that if you don't know quite whether or not you're going to like it, and it's like you're kind of on the fence, you can go ahead and start with 1, because it's one of the best games in the series, and it's just a good place to start. However, if you know of the Dark Souls series and you just know you're gonna love it, I would suggest to start with 2, because then you can just get the worst one out of the way. It's the easiest in the series, gets you into it nice and easy, and then it's just all uphill from there. Go from 2, then you can play 1, and then you can play like 3. And then anywhere in there you can squeeze in like Bloodborne and Sekiro, maybe if that's your bag. But yeah, 2 just does not stack up. Does not. And I platinumed the whole series, so I'm a guy who knows what he's talking about. I platinumed all the Dark Souls games, Bloodborne and Sekiro, so I think I know what I'm talking about. So yeah, definitely 2's, and I think everybody knows by now that 2's not quite up to snuff, But in case somehow you haven't heard it yet, I'll be the one to tell you that, yeah, 2 you could probably skip if unless you really want to, go through them all. I mean, it wouldn't hurt to play a little bit of it, and if you don't like it, then, tough noogies. But yeah, it just doesn't stack up, honestly. Yeah, I'm playing through OG Demon Souls now, or at least started it. I've got a couple things going on the side, so that it's kind of taken a bit of a back seat for the moment. Just waiting until a time where I can, finally get my hands on a PS5 so I can get the remake. Which I wonder how long that's going to last, dude. Because what, did it come out in like December or something, and we're still like deep into February, and it's still, bots have still bought all the PS5s and are holding them for ransom. I mean, how long, this seems like an unreasonable amount of time to just let these guys just pull one over on us. But, what do I know? I'm not Walmart / Best Buy / Target / whatever, wherever you buy your video game consoles. But, it be what it be. What are you going to do? Sometimes that's life. Not that you should necessarily buy a console when it first drops anyways. Because, there's all kinds of hardware problems and stuff you can get into. But, would be nice to at least have the option, if you know what I'm saying. But, oh well. That be what it be. It be what it be. Anyways, I was so engrossed into talking about myself, and this thing keeps crashing on me. I don't know what the deal is. I get the feeling that this might be a problem. Yep. Alright, so my notes are crashing. Yeah, technology is a blessing my britches. Yeah. Yeah, my paper and pencil notes don't crash on me when I need them, so, So if you ever need an excuse to kill some more trees, there you go. Our technology is incompetent, which is slightly worrying. I should probably get that hammered out at some point, but hey, man, we're just going to freeball it, I guess. So, yeah, that's that. Working on this classical piece. Beautiful piece, man. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, definitely listen to a version of it. Listen to my version of it if I've posted it since then. It'll probably be on Instagram at least, maybe YouTube, but it's this Leo Brouwer piece. And it's one of his most played, most popular pieces. It's Un Día de Noviembre. And it's just absolutely beautiful. Would recommend. So yeah, I learned that. Pretty happy with it. I'll probably record it sometime in the near future. Post that sometime. How do you like that, Hard P? Yeah, post a comment down below what you think about the Hard Ps. But yeah, oh yeah, I got to do my YouTuber thing. Like, subscribe, share the video, do what you want. Dislike, apparently. Apparently dislikes even do you some good, so, go figure, man. The day when dislikes do you some good, but anywho, we're here. We be fully out here doing what we do. I'm decided to plunge in yet again into Yakuza 0, which I played a sizable portion of like a while ago, and then just for some reason dropped it. I don't remember why. I just did, but so yeah, I'm back at it again. I've almost caught up to where I was, I think, so that should be coming up soon, but I don't know. Been feeling like getting into a long series because, I haven't had enough of that after like back to back going like playing through and platinuming all the Uncharted games, like platinuming all the Mafia games, now all the Dark Souls games, plus Bloodborne and Sekiro. And then I guess now I'm going to go into Yakuza, so whatever. I guess that's just my staple. I just platinum, game series is with just too many games in the series. Not too many games in the series, man. What am I? Who am I trying to fool here? Uncharted, Mafia, and the Soulsborne Echoes. Fantastic games. Honestly, I wish they all had more games in the series. Truth be told. You heard it here first, folks. We're gonna confirm Uncharted 5, Mafia 4, and Dark Souls 4, and Bloodborne 2. Make it all happen. The people have spoken. But anywho, that's my situation. Just going at it. Running up on my 50th platinum, man. I think I might even get it tonight. Who even knows? I already know which one I'm going to platinum. Do I want to ruin the surprise? You know what? I think I will, because honestly, by the time this gets uploaded, it'll be platinumed anyways. I mean, I kind of left one of the easy trophies for last, but yeah, my 50th platinum, I'm just going to retroactively say I did it. It's a BioShock, which, I don't know if I've ever said it here. I think I said it with when Justin and Luke were on the podcast, but yeah, BioShock is the first video game I ever really fell in love with. You know, is one of the ones I played it, and I just kind of binged through it, would just play it for like hours on end until I finally finished it. And dude, it was a excellent experience, man. Lived up to all the hype I'd built up for it in my mind, and it was just all around one of the greatest games ever made. Let's just be real here, man. It's one of the greatest games ever made. I've been playing a lot of games that I guess kind of take influence off of BioShock 2. Some of those are even almost equally as good, man. Jesus. I played through Prey. Fantastic game. My God. You know, it's got its problems, but I mean, then again, BioShock's got its problems, man. And what else? I played a bunch of other things. This kind of, they call them immersive sims or whatever. Oh well, I'll think about it later, maybe. But yeah, excellent game. Absolute honor to have it as my 50th platinum. And now that I've done 50, it's on to the big 100, man. On to the big 100, so that I can have some undeniable proof that I wasted years of my life in video games. I don't know. I don't really think about it like that. I mean, it's a hobby, and I sink a good amount of time into it. But I don't know. I enjoy doing it. Makes me happy. So, who are you guys to judge? You damn weebs. I don't know. So unnecessary, but so that's that. That is, in fact, that. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Justin and I are playing through the co-op of Portal 2. We're sinking through it, man. We're sinking through it. Yeah. Yeah, those are nice, but it'd be nice to see a real human being in person, if you know what I'm saying. But oh well, it is what it is. Can't complain. It's always nice to see him. So yeah, that's that. That is, in fact, that. What do we even have, dude? I was just thinking, Luke might still be in town. I just had ladies and gentlemen, you are currently witnessing a revelation live on the air. But I think Luke might actually still be in town. Just random thought. Damn, I gotta follow up on that, dude. So anyways, a random tangent, had nothing to do with anything I was talking about, but oh well. You guys get to see a little bit of the old bada bing, bada boom, if you know what I'm saying, bro. But anyways, that's that. I'll check with him, see what he's at. Anyways, what was I even thinking about doing, man? Dude, my brain is just all over the place, dude. I don't even know. I don't even know how I focus long enough to keep a podcast going this long. Maybe my scatterbrain just somehow helps it. Who's to say? Who's to say? Oh, and I don't know how audible it is, but ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the stage. We missed him. The reincarnation, the world's creakiest chair, Junior. Yeah, it's quite creaky, man. It is quite a creaky chair. My apologies if it's like super obvious on the mic, but hopefully not, because I've got all kinds of cushioning, and even just to be able to be heard, I have to just mush my face into this mic, so hopefully it's not even audible, but if it is, my apologies. So yeah, that's that. That pretty much sums that up. Just posted my my arrangement of Here's That Rainy Day on my Instagram. I'm thinking of starting a whole separate YouTube channel for my music, but that'll happen when it happens. So until then, it's just living on Instagram for the moment. So yeah, like that. Move on over to my Instagram. Honestly, if you're listening to this podcast, you already know who I am. You don't need me to... I don't need to tell you how to find me. You know. But if you do, head on over to the Instagram. Drop some likes on there. I need it to boost my fragile ego. So you can do that. Yeah, I'm fairly proud of that arrangement. I played it for my studio class. They seem to really like it, so hey man, who knows? Maybe you guys will like it too. So I've got that going on. Thinking about writing some more arrangements for some more standards. Hopefully, maybe I can get like an hour's worth or 2 hours worth even of solo guitar material. Take that bad boy on the road. You know what I'm saying? But you know, still a little bit of ways off. But hey, that one arrangement alone's got me like 6 minutes of content. So at this rate, just a few more and I've got it, man. Just a few more. What is it? Like under 12 more or something? I don't know. I'm not the best at math. Used to be. Dude, I remember when I was in elementary school, dude, that I used to actually be considered pretty good at math. But I mean, of course I would be, because all we had to deal with was like 2 times 2 and stuff like that. But yeah, as I get older, that complex math, why bother, man? Why bother? I kind of, honestly hold a similar opinion to basically everybody who's ever been in high school, to be like, dude, why am I doing all this crazy math? How is it that you show me how to find like these crazy like logarithm, geometry, calculus nonsense, but I have no idea how to file my taxes? Explain that, And I know it's like a very common thing to point out. I know that, but it doesn't make it any less valid, man. Blows my mind every time, And I always find it absolutely hilarious that like home ec. You ever remember home ec when you're like in middle school? I'm not even sure they even had a home ec in high school. They might have had a home ec in high school, but it was just considered to be such a girly class that the only people that take home ec are like, the mega gays. And of course you could say that back then, back when, being gay was like an actual insult, but yeah, you were deemed a bit of a sissy if you took home economics, but it's like an actually, useful class. Yeah, I don't understand it, man. Actually, you know what? They did have home ec in high school. I remembered, because I remember a lot of the lovely ladies at the high school would always come in with their fake babies and stuff that would like, bawl their eyes out in the middle of class. Which, by the way, totally unrealistic. I mean, because we all know, at least at my high school, we had like a dedicated daycare center for like teachers' children and students' children, So honestly, that's not even really, you wouldn't even be able to take your baby to class. You just hand it off to the daycare center, bada boom. That's done. Not to say that it's, not to go making it easier, but I'm just saying that's a bit unnecessary because now we all get to be punished because, home ec decides to make it parenting on hardcore mode, as if parenting wasn't already hardcore enough. Yeah, you got this baby, and you can't even be away from it for more than like 10 seconds or it goddamn kills itself, But, oh well, what are you going to do? They have to find some way to add a little bit of challenge to, make it seem like the stakes actually matter. But, oh well, what are you going to do? It's home ec. It's a class. It's a high school class. You can't make your kids do anything in high school. But anyways, dude, I mean, this is coming from a guy who's never taken home ec, by the way, so for all I know, they just teach you nonsense anyways, but at least my perception of home ec and what it ought to be, it's way more useful than math, I'll tell you that. And you could probably engage the same parts of your brain that, is good to develop in math, but oh well. That's just the way it is, man. Education be whack, man. I don't know what it be. It's just whack. What are you going to do about it? So anyways, that's my miniature rant about education. It's unfortunate, man. Just straight up unfortunate. Yeah. Something about doing these things in the dead of night, man. I don't know. Yeah, I kind of like it, though. Just like, it's midnight right now. Well, it's 12:12 right now, so it's after midnight right now, and I still feel alive. Maybe it's that little shot of caffeine I got with my 44 ouncer of soda that I had with my dinner. Yeah, I'm like extremely unhealthy, man. It's not even funny. I don't know. Slowly killing myself one meal at a time. It's not that bad, but I don't know. Sometimes it feels that way, though. Jesus Christ. I tell you. I don't eat it all the time, but sometimes I will indulge in a bit of the old McDonald's. And dude, just every single time I do, it makes me want to goddamn hang myself. I don't know what they put in their McDoubles to make you want to just end it all, but I mean, you could probably weaponize that, honestly. Yeah. It's just not a good time. I don't even know why. I don't even know how I convince myself that it's a good idea. Because it's just so not. It's just so not a good idea, but oh well, what are you going to do, man? It's McDonald's. It's America. And in America, you have the right to just end it all whenever you want. Honestly. I guarantee that's part of the reason why guns are still legal here, man. It's just so that we can have a quick and easy way to just end it all. I don't know. Because, of course, the original reason, at least what the high schools tell you to think, is that we had the whole Second Amendment to try to overthrow the government, but anymore, man, I mean, who's trying to overthrow the government, We all pretty much acknowledge that if it ever comes to that, I mean, it's going to be illegal anyways, so, we're going to have to get our guns illegally anyhow, but, yeah, I mean, if you know what I'm saying, like, if it ever comes to, like, full-on revolution, I think the fact that we have illegal guns will probably be the least of our problems when it comes to the much greater charges of, treason and insurrection and, like, murder and all those beautiful, beautiful, life and death sentence charges that'll be brought against us, but But yeah, you can't have that illegal gun though. I don't know. So in that way, I think that kind of argument is slightly whack. Full disclosure, you know, I don't know. I still defend people's rights to at least have a gun. Do they need a machine gun? Maybe. Maybe. I'll say maybe. I'm not going to say definitely not, but, But I just have to admit that aspect of it, slightly whack. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Yeah, let's piss off all of the groups, honestly. I go off just insulting the Second Amendment and also using gay as a slur. I'm just going to get absolutely massacred. But oh well, it's my podcast. I do what I want. If you don't like it, then just don't listen to me. Which I guess if you don't, then you're with the majority, with the rest of the world. But oh well. What am I gonna do? It's not like I started this thing to get views, anyways. So, the hell are you talking about, dude? I just heard a wicked loud beep behind me. Though I think it's just the smoke detector. Hopefully nothing terrible is going on. But, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Anyways, it's the dead of night. All kinds of nonsense could happen. Anywho, that completely derailed my train of thought. I've got goddamn ADHD over here. Jumping at the first sign of things going off, got me tripping. But, what are you going to do? Sometimes it happens. Jesus Christ, now I scared the crap out of myself with... I don't even know what I scared the crap out of myself with. I just heard this... I don't know. I'm just scaring the crap out of myself. It's nighttime. It's been a while since I've done this. It's well past my bedtime. Truth be told. But, oh well. What are you even going to do? Anyways, I've got to... I just totally... Yeah, I just totally wrecked myself. I don't even know how I do it, man. We just ruined the podcast. Whatever. It is what it is. Sometimes that is what it be what it be. What are you gonna do? God damn it. Get back on track, Ricky. What are we doing here? If I could just stop freaking myself out over nothing. But, anywho. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the Second Amendment and all my lovely opinions. But yeah, I don't know. That's just what I think, the opinion of a 21-year-old who has no idea what he's talking about. So take what you will out of that. But yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So Chick Corea died. How do you like that for a transition? It's unfortunate, man. If people don't know, Chick Corea, a fantastic jazz pianist, worked with all kinds of people, but honestly, he's a great just artist in his own right. So, yeah, it's always unfortunate, man. Yeah, he's one of those grandmasters of jazz that, you could see it coming because all those guys have to go sometime. And all those guys have to, they all have to go sometime soon because, they were kicking since the 60s. So how long can they even go, filler? Especially with all that, heroin and stuff. But yeah, it's always unfortunate to see it happen, man. He's one of those big guys, man. Chick Corea. And a couple of years ago, we had Roy Hargrove also die. But man, it's always unfortunate. You know, would have been nice to see them both live, but hey, at least they left behind a pretty sizable catalog of music, so I'll always have that to go back to. But yeah, it's unfortunate. It's always unfortunate. Yeah, I got to hear about it over Facebook. I never go to Facebook. The one time I go to Facebook, they tell me that Chick Corea dies. I'm goddamn done with Facebook, man. I'm just going to delete the app. I don't even care anymore. The only reason I keep Facebook around in the first place is for the Messenger, and that's it. That's all I use it for. Well, that, and I also sometimes scroll for, just for my daily dose of cringe. It's unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate to see all these people that you respect and revere in life just absolutely debase themselves in front of millions of people. But what are you going to do, man? They're adults. They can make their own decisions. I don't know why I even comment on these sorts of things, but sometimes it's just a bit unfortunate. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do? It's not like I think any less of them. It's just sometimes I can feel the cringe, man. Again, not that I'm any kind of goody two-shoes, man. Because, dude, sometimes if I want to feel just that lemon juice squeeze your face like, oh, God, just want to shrivel up into a ball and die type of cringe, man. Like, I just look at my old Messenger messages from back when I was in high school, dude. Holy cow. Like, back when I first discovered Facebook, man, Jesus Christ, man. Like, the things I used to send people is just absolutely, it's a goddamn war crime. This sorts of nonsense I use. Just all these shit memes and just, like, it pains me to think about it too, man. Holy cow. Yeah, all my adult people out there, you ever just look back at your high school self and just be like, Jesus Christ, how did anybody ever bear to talk to me, ever? You ever get that? I mean, dude, I got that looking through my messages. It's just an absolute dumpster fire, man. Ugh. Yeek. Ugh. I got like chills running down my spine just thinking about it, man. Jesus Christ, dude. Yeah, my apologies. Anybody who knew me back then and got subjected to my just ignorant, basically. What it was. I mean, I just didn't know the whole Facebook tradition, I guess, or just the being a human tradition. This is really what it is, just inexperience. Led me to believe that sending people unsolicited memes is a good idea. But what are you going to do? It's the past. You can't change the past as much as you would like to, but it is what it is. I deal with it one day at a time. So yeah, that's that. Talking about my brain-busting cringe, but, what are you gonna do? It is what it is, man. I don't even know anymore. I don't even know anymore. So yeah, I don't use Facebook. I don't use Twitter. Never did use Twitter. Check my Twitter page, man. It's got like 2 posts on it. One is just your standard hello world for all my programming peeps out there. And the second is just like a link to my one of my music videos. And that's it. 2 posts and that's it. I'm pretty sure. Maybe there's one I'm not thinking of, but I'm pretty sure that's it for my Twitter. So, yeah, that's an absolute ghost town. Instagram's the only one I keep around because, honestly, it's just way more wholesome. I'll say it, man. It's just way more wholesome than Facebook and Twitter combined. Way more wholesome, man. Just less people making a fool of themselves. It's genuinely just people just posting, you know, I don't know, posting themselves happy. And I like seeing people happy. What can I say? I'm just a crowd pleaser. I don't know what to tell you, but you know, it's just generally more positive. And also, you don't feel the obligation to just follow everybody. You can actually just follow the people you want to actually follow. Because that's the thing about Facebook. Like, if there's somebody you know and you just absolutely hate their guts, man, like, not accepting somebody's friend request is just the ultimate fuck you to, like, every single person you know. So basically, you just have to accept every single friend request you get. Otherwise, you're a dick. But Instagram, you get to actually choose. At least I choose. Maybe the tradition is different than what I'm making up in my head, but from my perspective, at least, you get to choose. So, oh well. Also, I feel a lot less pressure because, like, any given thing I post gets like 5 views max, you know. Yeah. Well, 5 views. I mean, 5 likes max. So, you know, if I screw up royally and just post some nonsense that I regret later, at least only like, you know, 5 to 8 people see it. So, oh well, you know, I can withstand that amount of cringe. But when you go to like my Facebook and man, you realize that like I think over 100 people are following me or whatever. You know, you screw up over there, man, that's a goddamn death sentence. Feels like it anyway. But I don't know. Maybe it's just me being a young dude and just having too many insecurities about my image and whatnot. But I don't know. That's just the way I feel about it right now. And that's the only way I can say it. I can only state my opinion at the moment. So that's that. Where'd my... Oh, yeah. Just looking over, thinking maybe I could take an old sip of the old water. I left it just clear across the room, so... Hey, we're going to have a no water run. Yeah, we're going to have a... What is it? Assisted podcast speed run. No water. Any percent. I don't know. Yeah. Full disclosure, I don't know why I'm like this. You know, some people say that I'm born with it, but honestly, it's just years and years of hard work finally paying off with just the ultimate cringe meister. Anywho, so that's just that. Oh yeah, all the way back from the beginning of the podcast, I remember why I brought up Dark Souls 3, man. I just wanted to make a statement, man, that Dark Souls 3 community, just such a wholesome community, man. I mean, amidst the Call of Duty, just cancer, you know, just the absolute dumpster fire that is the, you know, Call of Duty community, or just any popular game community, man. There you always get the occasional ray of hope. And Dark Souls 3, for me at least, was that ray of hope, man. Just so many generous people. Like when I was grinding vertebra shackles for the platinum, just because basically you get a vertebra shackle by being part of this covenant, invading people and killing them, which is a bit of a tall order if you're a relatively new player to the scene, and you're playing against all these just OG, just jacked dudes. It can be a bit intimidating, but a lot of them were just gangsters and straight up killed themselves, man. It just turned into a thing to where, like, I would give them, like, some of my embers, and they'd know what to do. Just bada bing, bada boom, just, you're good. Also, there was that one dude, man, because I was starting to lose hope, man, because I'd gotten a string of players that just, I'd give them the embers, and they just pocket them and run, man, which is slightly unfortunate, but hey, it doesn't really tarnish the Dark Souls 3 community name, because like the next time I got a guy who I dropped 3 embers for them, they picked them up dropped a present for me. It turned out to be like 99 embers and like, 198 like giant souls or whatever. So yeah, shout out to that. Shout out to what I can only assume is a hacker who was generous enough to drop me a ton of souls. Or maybe they just really grinded that hard. I know the embers you can get pretty, like, relatively fast if you know how to get them. But like those giant, like those souls, those like champion souls and like great champion souls, I don't even know how they got that many if they didn't hack it. But anyway, shout out Dark Souls 3 community, greatest community. Probably the most fun I had platinuming a game. And I would say one of the highlights definitely is grinding sunlight medals for the platinum too. Because basically you get sunlight medals by just helping people, which is just a wholesome experience overall. And you get it by helping people out with bosses. So I would just be a bro and hang out around the Nameless King boss fight and just help people with that, because I know it's a difficult boss fight. So I just hang around that and just, I don't know, it feels good to help people. I'm not gonna lie, okay? I know I like to put up this big old exterior like I'm some kind of badass, but hey, it's nice to help people sometimes. So anyways, that's that. Yeah, enough gushing, Ricky, about the Dark Souls 3 community, but hey, they deserve it, man. They earned it. They earned it by being the greatest community in all of gaming that I've encountered thus far. So, good on them. Good on them. And though I will say a lot of this is possibly due to the fact that there is no, or at least I didn't use any voice chat. It's just all emotes, just emotes. It's all it is, man. It's all it is, but what are you going to do? I guess that's the only way to make people civil. Take away their right to speak. You heard it here first, folks, man. Take away people's freedom of speech. They'll become a lot nicer. Yeah, welcome to Ricky's tutorials for how to run an effective dictatorship. But hey, if it works, it works. What are people going to complain for? Yeah, what are people going to complain about? What is this everlasting era of peace and happiness too much for you, Oh, I'm sorry. Did you miss the freedom to call your neighbors a dick? Yeah. You miss your right to be an absolute, dingus. I don't know. I don't even believe half the things I say anymore, honestly. I just... Is it shock value? Maybe. But sometimes I don't know. Sometimes I just shut off the brain, let the lips do the talking, if you know what I'm saying. But, oh well. It be what it be. It's what happens when you have to talk for an hour straight to nobody. You just get off on some wacky stuff that you just can't explain. But, I mean, what else are you going to do, man? What else are you going to do? We're approaching the end here, and... it's been nice, man. This has been a nice podcast. All this time off let me kind of build up a bit of, a bit of stamina, I guess. I guess it's like weightlifting. You get to lift the heavy weights and then you rest, and your recovery is where you actually see those gains. At least that's what I hear. Never really get any gains myself, but that's what I hear from, some people who are actually in shape. But, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? That's my new catchphrase. What are you going to do? So, yeah, that's that. Man, I was thinking of something else whilst I was talking about Dark Souls 3. If only, man. If only I could remember what I was thinking of 10 seconds ago. That would just make all the difference. Man, I really can't remember what the world I was talking about. Or rather, what I was thinking about. But what are you going to do, man? What are you going to do? There you go. New catchphrase of the podcast. What are you going to do? It's like I'm like one of those aliens from Gantz, and that's my catchphrase. What are you gonna do? Yeah, great manga. Would recommend. At least so far, it's pretty great, pretty fantastic. But oh well, what are you gonna do? Yeah, next week for classical, I'm gonna work up some of my old pieces because they've gone a bit rusty. Not gonna lie. So I'll get that done soon enough, and once I get off the old horn here or whatever you call it, I don't know. Might watch something. I discovered. I don't know. I had it recommended. This TV show, Inside Number 9. This British TV show. Apparently it's on Hulu, so I'll check into that. Apparently it's good. So I guess we'll see. I heard it's been like compared to Black Mirror and stuff, but hey man, I haven't even seen a single episode, so I couldn't even tell you. I'll be sure to give people my recommendation once I actually see it, but until then, that's just my prospect for what I might be watching in the future. So you guys have that to look forward to. So yeah, I was in work today, man. And I just unleashed this rant to one of my coworkers, and low key, he's a friend, man. He's a bit of a friend of mine. I'll say it. I'm not afraid. He's a friend of mine, but yeah, I was just unleashing to him my full wrath in my hatred of Dune, basically all on him. Because basically we were weeding out books, and this audiobook for I don't know, Dune Messiah or something came up, and I just just dropped it. It's like, oh yeah, we're getting rid of a Dune book, and he's like, yeah, it looks like it, and I'm like, yeah. I don't even remember how it came to be, but he's like, yeah, it's had like 50 circulations, so we're getting rid of it. So yeah. And he's like, I think he was something like, I don't know which Dune this is. And I think that's when I said oh, it must be one of the many sequels Frank Herbert wrote to Dune, because he realized that writing Dune books is the only thing he's good for. And apparently it just came off extra harsh to him. He did his whole, damn son, that hot take just gave me 3rd-degree burns, that old meme. But yeah, he kind of got slightly taken aback of just the ferocity of my hatred. And then I thoroughly and logically explained to him the pitfalls of Dune, basically. And by carefully and logically, I do mean I basically just ranted for a straight 10 minutes about how awful Dune is and how it's about nothing, and how it spends 10 pages at a time describing scenery that is basically nothing when you think about it. Honestly, it's just sand and mountains of sand for miles all around. You can't see anything else. Nothing grows there. There's no water. I don't even know. Honestly, that's probably the most impressive thing about Dune, is how it can somehow manage to spend that much time talking about nothing. And then I said it had too much political talk and compared it to the Phantom Menace, and that triggered him even more, because who knew? Apparently Phantom Menace fans are actually out there, and he was one of them. So he's like, how dare you diss my boy Phantom Menace? But hey man, it's my opinion and I'm sticking to it. So yeah, that was a bit of a fun time. We have fun at the Wheeler Taft Abbott Public Library. Not to go doxing myself or anything, but we have fun over there, man. It's nice. But yeah, that's my rant about Dune. You just gotta be there, man. You just gotta be there when I really get into it. Dude, once I get a rant going, man, I can just go off. I just have somehow just a speech prepared and just boom, unleash it. But hey, man, it's like the Incredible Hulk. You can't just force it. You know, the anger has to come naturally, and then you just bubble being bubble boom, just unleash that shit. So anyways, that's that. That pretty much sums that up. If you know what I'm saying. I'm already at an hour, so I can conceivably stop here. And you know what? I think I just might. I might do another one tomorrow. Who even knows? You know, just to make up for taking such a long hiatus this time. But anywho, I think that's it. That's my hour. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning into Ricky's podcast if you did. Very generous with your time. So I very much do appreciate. Yeah, you know, if you like what you're hearing here, be sure to just obliterate that subscribe button. And I guess we're ringing the bell now, so you know, ring the bell so you can get all the lovely notifications when they come up. And yeah, I got that. Smash that like button, as the kids say. Or the dislike button. Apparently that also helps. Leave a comment, because it gets lonely up here just talking to myself for an hour. So, you know, if you leave me a comment that's not just, you know, promoting your amateur porn website, then hey, maybe I'll respond to you. So, yeah, you got that to look forward to. And I'm not just one of those fake YouTubers who only hangs out, you know, like just 6 hours after the video is released or something. Nah, baby. You leave a comment on my, like, third podcast, man, I'll comment on that shit, man. You don't even know. I'll comment so fast you have no idea what's going on. But, you know, leave a, like, subscribe, comment, share around, tell your friends if you like it. Means a lot if you do. If you don't, oh well, no harm done. You know, I'm not making any views here, and I always say that, you know, I never started this thing to get views anyways, or to get anything, honestly. Honestly, it's basically just, you know, truth be told, it's honestly just therapy sessions. Just way cheaper. Free, in fact. Well, unless you count the buying microphones and all that junk that I got to do now. But we'll see how the audio quality goes with this thing. Maybe I'll keep this kind of set up around for a hot minute. You know, I guess so I can put off buying a better microphone that is competent. But, oh, well, what are you going to do? So, yeah, that's my hour. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, tuning in. I doubt anybody ever listens to this, but hey, man, if you do, I appreciate you. So anyways, that's it. Enjoy the outro music. And until the next episode, guys, take care. Bye. I don't know. Is that how I should end a episode podcast, man? I don't even know what the last word you ought to say, but oh well. This outro has gone on way too long, guys. Outro music, play. See you later, guys. See you in the next one.
End of the podcast. It's the end